So this is what I'm trying to have right now. This is my drink. Yeah. So with that being said, hey everyone, this is Chinmay back again, and this is day 2 shooting, documenting my devlogs. So this is going to be the first clip of the devlog part 2. So first of all, whoever is watching me, let me ask, how was your day? Like mine was very hectic and very busy, and I finished my work like 1.5 hours ago, and I went out and I was thinking about polar meat, like what should I do next, or how should I do next. And after finishing my work, I was just thinking, and like I was just like looking at the Jira and Confluence, and was preparing some Confluence pages and Jira issues. So what I want to do next. So in this clip, I just want to share my experience, like how I think about Jira issues, like the task basically. Like whenever I say Jira issue, that means task. So I just want to share the experience, how was I thinking, and like how do I think usually, and how I prepare them, and then how I proceed with tasks one by one, and like how I try to give priority to my tasks. So yeah, in this video, let's cook something for me, and while cooking, I will try to talk to you. Okay, so first of all, and because like now I have completed the task, like migrating from Keto to Webflux. So I've done that successfully, but like still in the second services, like in the auth services, I have added some some test, but not completely. So basically, like first of all, I just want to introduce testing to my services. So because like now onwards, when we will be adding more features, it will help us to manage a proper test driven development. So I want to do that. And before that, I was trying to do some refactoring, because like refactoring is always very important. You try to keep your code always clean, more readable, and more efficient basically. I mean, I believe in that. So yeah, one more thing, like to learn like good coding practices and good coding principles, whenever I have time, I read 2 books. One is Clean Coder, and the second is Clean Code, and the author is same for both the books, and they are really good. If you really want to become a high value engineer, then you should read these 2 books, Clean Coder and Clean Code. Yeah. So, and yeah, like what is happening, that as of now in the auth service, I'm having API gateway as well. So first of all, I just want to separate my API gateway from the auth service, and I'm planning to use some like standard API gateway, like for my case, like in case of Java or Kotlin, when you are doing server side work, you can use Spring Cloud Gateway. I mean that is a one option, and like that is quite popular. So I'm planning to use Spring Cloud Gateway as API gateway for my project. So I just want to separate the API routing completely from the auth service, because like you always follow a principle that like at a time, or like one service, like in microservice architecture, you try to create an environment where you try to give one responsibility to one service. So I just want the like auth service should be just auth service, not an API gateway. I mean, that's a good practice when you go from local to production. So I'm just planning to do that. So So for that, I have been doing some research on Spring Cloud Gateway, like how to use it and what are the advantages or disadvantages of using that. So I don't know, like I'm not sure 100% that I will be using Spring Cloud Gateway, but yeah, sorry, but most probably I will be using Spring Cloud Gateway because that is quite popular, and I can get a nice community support for that because it is popular. So at the time of debugging, it will help me a lot. I mean, that's how I think. So yeah, and after that I am also thinking, like, because when you use Spring Cloud Gateway, you have features like security, authentication, and circuit breaker and rate limiting and all. If you don't know what circuit breaker is, so circuit breaker is it is something which try to stop your server from overwhelming. So circuit breaker is a solution to keep your server safe and don't let it crash when you have huge amount of requests concurrently. So circuit breaker is very important topic. If you think that this is interesting or this word captures your interest, you should have a look at it. Like, you can just Google it or try to study it on YouTube and you will get it. So circuit breaker is very, very, very important topic. So I just want to put a circuit breaker in my API gateway, and then I want to apply rate limiting as well, because Polar Meet is my dream project. So I'm going to build it like a real production app. There will be security rules, there will be rate limiting, circuit breaking, and everything. So yeah, that is what I was doing research on today after my work, and I found it pretty useful. Okay, later after this, I'm just thinking, I actually added some tasks or some issues to Jira that I want to add test. So basically, as of now, I have two services. One is authentication and one is the Google service. So for both the service, I just want to introduce test. And now onwards, I will try to do the TDD, which is a test driven development, which is extremely useful thing when you are writing production level code. And when you write tests, there is a lot to learn about tests. Like there are some rules, based on them you can define your tests, and you have integration test, you have unit testing. Okay, so do you know what is the difference between integration testing and the unit testing? If you don't know that, let me tell you. Integration testing basically integration testing don't mock your services. So you actually try to deal or try to connect with your database or redis or whatever it is. So integration testing gives you a robust certification that your code is working, and it will work in production environment as well, 99% of the times. Whereas unit testing doesn't do that. So unit testing is all about to mock your services. Okay, for an example, if you are writing some test for an API which is supposed to interact with database, and if you're trying to write unit test for such feature, it will not interact with your database. And if there is any issue in this particular feature, you won't be catching that while writing integration test, because while writing unit test, because that's not what unit testing is. So yeah, it's very deep topic. It is a very in-depth topic, and yeah, I will try to share as much as I can with you while writing test. And sometimes writing integration test are very difficult, and that completely depends on the feature you are trying to add. in your project. So yeah, and in Spring Boot, like in any type of project, you have to set up your testing environment. And to set up your testing environment, sometimes it's not that easy. It's a little difficult. I'm having chicken, and I'm having mushroom, like mini or like baby mushroom, you can say. Yeah, so I was saying that setting up your testing environment is very much essential, and it's not like once you are done with setting your testing environment, after that you don't have to touch it like forever. No, it's not like that. Depending on your test, depending like how your project is growing up day by day, you need to change your testing environment, or whenever you want to introduce some new or advanced testing concept like testing rules, again you need to you need to update your testing environments. I mean, that's how it works. So anyways, like that's the thing. So as of now, the update is that I just want to introduce testing. After that, I want to implement the API gateway, and again I'm not sure yet like what type of API gateway I'll be using. So whatever it will be, I will update you on this maybe in the next video. So for this video, I mean as of now, this is all what I was able to think till now, like today after work. And like I promised myself that I will be working on Polar Meet like every single day after my like office hours, because like yeah, my office is very much important for me. I mean, that's the company from where I'm getting my bread and butter, so that is very important for me, and I think that is the first priority. My dream project is important for me, but not more than my company work. So I try to work hard from like 8 to 5 or 6 sometime, but and yeah, after that I try to use my time for Polar Meet. If possible, I try to sleep less, I try to eat less, but yeah, I try to work on that. So yeah, everything is important, like, and everything is having some sort of priority, but you need to decide what is more important for you. I mean, that's how thing works. Let's start it. So yeah, I think that's all for this video, and now I'm done with the preparation of my dinner, and now I'll be having my dinner peacefully because I don't like to talk much while having dinner. So I think that's the update, and in the next clip or the next video or the next clip of Devlog 2, I will try to tell you that what is my decision about like which type of API gateway I'm going to use. Like, am I planning to write my own API gateway from scratch, or am I going to use the Spring Cloud gateway? So yeah, let's see. That depends. I'm not sure yet, but whatever it will be, I will let you know. If any vegetarian person is watching this video, then yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm not vegetarian and I don't want to be. But yeah, if you are a vegetarian, then yeah, I respect that. That's completely fine. You can still watch my videos. Mother recording stereo. Okay guys, so let me show you quickly what I'm doing. and then I will be having my dinner peacefully again, and then I'll see you in the next video. First of all, let me have my drink. That's the most important thing after work. I like drink, like I like alcohol or like beer a lot, so almost every day after my work, except Tuesday, if I can, if I like to have some drink. Cheers. Okay guys, let me show you what I'm having, and then I would like to end this video because I want to see you in the next one. So yeah, let me show you. So this is what I'm trying to have right now. This is my drink. Yeah. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.